right, members of the media, we have Washington High School head coach Rashawn Edwards. We've got players Natalia Holmes, Tamia Perry, and Sheridan Itobe. Coach, a few comments on the game, then we'll field questions.
I hurt for them because I know how much they put into this. I know how hard they work for this, and that's my biggest thing. They just work extremely hard, and but I'm proud of them because everything that we've accomplished this year is because they just put in the time, put in the effort, put in the work, and but I know it's not how they wanted it, but I'm extremely proud of how they fought today.
Questions?
Coach, that zone you're playing in this game, it really felt like it was at its best in the third quarter. What do you think was the key there to get it down to a single possession?
We did play a little matchup zone, but we did go to some man as well, and I thought we had opportunities. I thought we got the stops we wanted. We just had a couple turnovers that kind of hurt us. We cut it to 1. It was 33-32. We had an opportunity. I think we missed we had a clean look at a 3. I think it just didn't fall, but we had a good look. But then we just had a couple turnovers that hurt. And with good teams like that, you have to take care of the ball.
Coach, if you would talk about some of the freshmen, sophomores on this team who came in today and shined for you, like Sheridan. How much motivation is going through? I know there's a lot of heartache right now, but how much motivation is going through that locker room for brighter days ahead?
It is, we try to look at the bright spots, and even with, to my right with Tamia, she's led the way. She's been here. This is 3 years for her, and she's been, she was an animal today on the boards again. So, she was tough inside. Natalia, just being double teamed, playing the boxing one on her, she saw a lot of different looks today. So, but I thought she handled it well. It's just a matter of, getting her. She's still, she's growing, and I love how she's progressing as well. Sheridan does a tremendous job of, just running the floor and just kind of being active, and she did that today. And just kind of getting open looks, getting second chance points. So she was. It hurt when she picked up her third foul. So we had to pull her out, but ultimately, she's growing. She's from day one to now, she's made tremendous leaps. So really proud of her.
Coach, didn't really sense any intimidation whatsoever from your team.
No.
Opening jump. I'm just curious. Your girls seem pretty confident. So as a coaching staff, how much did you guys work to instill confidence and belief ahead of this game, or was that just something that kind of comes naturally? Or was it a combination of both?
I think it's a combination of everything. We got a chance to see them early in the season too, so that helps. When you get a chance to see someone early, we were up 23-20 at the half in the first game. We ended up losing the game late. Had some turnovers, but so we felt pretty good coming into the game, and they did too. So that wasn't. It was just a matter of getting the nerves calm, because some of them first time seeing the floor, just being in this area. But I thought they came out ready to go.
Well, to that point, Sheridan, I mean, a lot of freshmen get on that floor for the first time and freak out a little bit. It seemed as though you were pretty comfortable. Can you talk about that? Do you enjoy playing on that floor?
Yeah. I love basketball, and playing with my teammates is really fun. And yeah, I like watching it too. So.
Tamia, you're finishing around the rim from last season to this season is incredibly improved. I mean, you talk about, is it, the coaching staff helping you with that, you putting in work on your own? I mean, what's led to that jump? I mean, it was fantastic tonight for you.
It's definitely a mix of the coaching staff. They definitely help me with that, and I have trainers that help me with that, and just, my dad also helps me finish around the rim, so, yeah.
Made a couple of trips down here in the past, but, it felt like Mary and Lexi were kind of the leaders on last year's team. Did you feel as though that was you this year?
Yes, definitely.
And Natalia, what was it like, prior to always a tough matchup? And I know you guys were in a lot of zone tonight, but watching you both play, it was a ton of fun, and we know that you're both coming back next year. I mean, what was it like, going toe-to-toe with a really talented guard like her?
It was good. Like, it was a lot of competition, and she's just good, so, yeah.
Coach, 4 years in a row getting down here, I mean, what does it say about the state of the program? And we talked about the pieces coming back. I know getting back here would be a goal for next year as well.
course.
I mean, what does that mean for getting down here 4 years in a row is tough.
It is. Winning is hard. Winning's not easy, and I think, but it's not. We've done everything we could to, to get the program in the right direction and continue to move forward. And our ultimate goal has always been a state title, and that's where we are. We're not, we've said that since day one, but it's going to take time. It's not, it doesn't happen overnight. It's the easy part is they should win, but should win and actually being on the court and winning is different. You know what I mean? It's not the same. But I think, I love how they competed today, and I thought we had and obviously it didn't come out the way we wanted it to, but I love how we competed today. I didn't think we played like an 8 seed, in a sense. I thought we came out and played really good basketball. It was just things that we just have to clean up moving forward, and, we'll do that. We'll get better.
Tamia, let me ask you, do you feel more pressure coming back as a senior, trying to get back here and possibly winning a state title next year as a senior, or are you more motivated because this year came up short?
Definitely more motivated.
Do you feel any pressure at all come out of it?
No.
Senior year?
No, just want to get it done.
Any further questions? All right, thank you all
Thank
very
you all.
much.
Thank you.
Girls, you may take your cards.
Jariah. And that's Zakira.
All right, members of the media, we have George Washington High School head coach Jamie Lemaster. We got players Jariah Pryor, Rayana Breckenridge, and Kira Myers. Jamie, a few comments on the game, then we'll field questions.
First off, congratulations to Washington for having a great season. Anytime you end your season in the state tournament, I think it says you had a successful season. Thankful today that we got off to a good start in the first quarter, 16-6. But the rest of the way, the game was fairly even, and that's a credit to Washington and their energy and their sense of urgency. Just the short of it is we get out rebounded by 20. We go 5 for 24 from 3, but we do force 23 turnovers. So, and I thought we played pretty well defensively the majority of the game. A lot of pressure, multiple 5-second calls, a 10-second call. So, when you're doing that's pretty disruptive.
Question?
Coach, not to have one in the third quarter. What was kind of said in many halls on the court? What broke you guys out of that?
We're whatever and 1 now. Is it 22-1? but there's multiple games this year that we've been down. Great example, Myrtle Beach, second quarter, the final, the championship game, we're down 33-11 in the second quarter. They don't panic. We've been there before. We just know to maintain our composure, and it's always next play, and stay strong defensively, be unselfish on offense, and it'll work out for you, and that's what happened out there today.
Any kind of message to them about laying off the threes and getting back to driving towards the basket? Because that seems to change a lot with Zakira taking drives and Rayana taking drives to the basket, all three of them going to the basket.
It's tough to change things now. That's a typical attempt for us is 20 plus. Now, the other side of it is when we're outside this building, we've hit as many as 13, 16, 18, 19 of them. But we'll take the open shots. But you have to understand situation and what's available. And I thought that, when we started, we were taking the outside shot, but then I thought we started attacking the rim better and started attacking gaps. And yeah, so they can self-adjust that out there.
Brianna, you kind of helped stop that run, those quick little spurt for you in the third quarter. What did that feel like to kind of get your team back? Like, we got this room.
So we've been doing this since the start of the season, so it felt great to get our energy back on our side and just to get the team rolling so we can close out the game.
Rayon and Jariah, you guys combined for the first 11 points of the fourth quarter. Did you all feel pressure amongst yourselves? Jamie talked about the self-adjustment. Did you guys take the responsibility on yourselves in any kind of spoken word or unspoken word to help the team put Washington away?
Yeah.
Basically, I guess our mindset was to do whatever we got to do to win. If that was just, take over the game or just rebound, assist, score. So basically, our mindset was just to take over if we, needed to. So that's just what we had to do.
I thought we sat down and defended and created turnovers and got to the rim and got some buckets and put consecutive stops together. That's what started stretching it out a little bit. But credit to Washington, they never quit, nor would I expect any team to down here in the single elimination tournament.
Coach, is there any value to being tested in this game, as opposed to, not that you thought you were going to win by 35, but
Right.
these 1-8 matchups, they become fairly commonplace. So just kind of curious when you look up and you see it's a one-possession game and it's right in the second half, is there some value in that?
Oh, absolutely. I think, when you play teams down here, everybody has that extra sense of urgency. But like I said, we've been in so many situations this year where we've had both sides of it. We've had some games that were large margins, but then we've had some really close ones. I mean, thinking back, Spring Valley was a 2-point win. Like I mentioned in the game at Myrtle Beach, one of the games was a 2-point win. The championship game, we're down 33-11. So we've been on both sides of it. They just have to remember to, as I said, maintain their composure. But, I think down here, to me, this is my 10th or 11th tournament, 8 semifinals. So what I've learned is that when you get down here, all the teams are quality, because if you can play your way to Charleston, you're quality. And I think seeds sometimes go out the window, and you really have to sit down and respect the opponent. That's the message. So I was proud of them today with their energy. Basketball is a game of runs. We had going both ways. Like I said, we started hot. So it's the old survive and advance and move on to the semifinals tomorrow.
Thoughts on your next matchup against either Martinsburg or Parkersburg South? What do they bring?
Martinsburg's kind of the great outlier right now because I just don't ever get a chance to see them. I know that they're however many wins now and 2 losses, both at the Greenbrier East, who is a quality opponent. I have plenty of film on them. I probably have more film on Martinsburg than I do anybody because I just don't see them, and I need to see them in a variety of games. I know they have a nice post player. I know they're athletic, and I know they like to run. Parkersburg South, a little more familiar, played them down at GW, and I think it was a 20-point game. I think an advantage with respect, these two sitting right here are getting ready to play in their 3rd consecutive semifinal, and South is really young, and this is the first time that they've been back for a minute. So, that may be advantage GW. we played him when they were healthy. I know that he had a player injured for a minute, but when I talked to him Sunday at Parkersburg, he said she was going to be back and playing and healthy, so he should be full strength. So it'll be both teams are quality. I mean, it gets tougher every step. So I haven't been able to step past that semifinal Friday, but everyone I've been in has been a battle. So we expect nothing but. And we expect everyone's best shot. When you put this on your chest, teams seem to play at another level for whatever reason, but that's a compliment as well.
Talk about your performance, 13 points, 3 of 5 shooting from the floor, 6 of 8 from the foul line. You were 6 of 6 from the foul line. Just tell me about getting into this game and just being the contributor you were, especially in the first half.
Well, I think, like, just being out there and playing with everybody and stuff like that, you know, how do I say? Like, playing with the whole team, you know, having, like, energy and stuff just brings out playing and stuff, like, just brings out everything. Like, when the whole team have energy and we're all, like, you know, not in a bad mood or stuff like that, I feel like we can, you know, just do whatever. And, like, I feel like, to me, you know, just playing with everybody, like with Ray, JP, and stuff like that, you know, I feel like it's just good, you know.
What she's been able to do is, again, a freshman, that's a big stage to be on as a freshman, but the longer Zakira's been here, the more comfortable she's gotten and the more explosive she's gotten. When Jeriah was injured, she was actually in the starting role, so she started, I think, 5 games throughout the middle of the season when Jeriah was injured, so she was able to gain a lot of experience and confidence there.
Any further questions? All right, thank y'all very much.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you,
Thank you.
guys.
Hey, Jeriah, you gotta, yeah.